what it wants me to do, but... Huh. Yeah, I want to shove the note under the door. That's not really... It's about a half-inch gap under the door, but the connecting room's pitch black. Okay. Dude, how do I use that note? That's not the note I want to use then, I guess. Is there another note that I can grab? Really? I have to... Let me guess, there's one in one of these. Oh yes, newspaper. As if. Alright, let's examine it first. Pretty well battered, very little is still readable. Can't even do anything with it. Can you just normally read it? No, can't. Alright, nice. 7. And pull it back. Nice. That was very doable. Oh, it opens this way, eh? Alright. Spooky room is spooky. Holy shit, what?
While you hunt for those delicate, melt-in-your-mouth mousy morsels, there are places you should not go, for fear of death. The Reaper lives here, just like you and I. And just like you and I, he must ingest the living flesh of those less fortunate. There is a small place that I do not want you to visit, even on your holidays, because it is dark and evil place that I've been. When the darkness has overwhelmed my small decaying mind, some bad things flowed from my mind and through my pen. The brilliant blue ink itself seemed to turn to blood into my grasp. And by the way, should you turn peckish, red is at its finest sautéed with a little engine oil.
Gross. Yuck. Also, hi. So much death and disease down here. I suppose slugs were an inevitability. Guess so. You could reach through that, Philip, but no matter. Professor, rockworm study, eh? Alright, this is probably going to be quite a read then. These are the biomedical journals of Dr. J. Patiers, MSc, PhD. Completed between the dates of 30th May 1969 and 1st January 1972 at the Northwestern Research Station within the Northwestern Iron Mine with the permission of Delta Mining Corp. Replication of selected extracts left at the disposal of mine foreman. Subject of study: genus Rhicophylla? I don't know. It's bringing back bad memories of pronouncing stuff poorly at Younger Than Evil. Commonly, grey walkworm. I can manage that, thank you. Aim: to investigate the abnormal presence of the caddis in the Greenland rock. Method: collecting of samples, if indeed they can be identified correctly. Standard series of testing, observation and dissection. Personal notes: upon arrival at the mining... Wait, someone was still dissecting them just now. So the only other person that's around here is Red? So he's Dr. J. Patiers? Is that what I'm supposed to get from this? Oh well. Well, I guess we'll find out eventually, right? Personal notes. Upon arrival at the mining facility, I was immediately stunned by the sheer volume of fauna that finds a way of life down here, despite the conditions. In general, one would assume that species whose natural habitat is past a certain depth would find the intrusion of human activity too great a threat to remain in place. However, almost the exact opposite seems to be the case in this instance. It is curious that certain areas of the mine appear to be entirely without life of any kind, and yet other, deeper areas are teeming, and were the situation permitting, I would embrace the opportunity to commit further time to the study of these organisms. However, the purpose of my stay here shall continue to be the genus Rhicophilia. Me. Why do you have a section called me? Ah, finally, some writing paper. Look at me, just using up the pages to scroll down whatever comes into my head. Ha! What's this stuff anyway? Some kind of research paper. No matter. It's paper all the same. I can finally record what's been happening down here for, I suppose, about a year now. It must be near the end of 2001 by now. Huh. I wonder when Christmas was. No matter. Too tired to write now. We'll rest a little first. And then Professor continues. Alright. Samples collected. The collection process has been far easier than I anticipated. The setup of the artificial environment for the rockworm went without a hitch, and the specimens themselves are so abundant as to make keeping them out far more challenging than containing them. They are all of healthy size, perhaps even beyond recorded size, and I can only assume that this is due to some lack of natural predators down here. Specimen are as follows. He's only got 5. What? Okay. 3 adult in artificial habitat. 2 larval infants. Dead. Me again. Undoubtedly red then. I guess Professor is not red. Or perhaps he's just like Professor has one personality, or God, I don't know. I've been down here for 2 days now. I was meaning to record events every day, but was too busy securing the area. I've used some supplies from the old mining system to wall myself in here. It seems as safe a place as any, so those things should at least stay put for a little while. To that end, seems I've had a pretty lucky stumbling here. All this old research is about something similar to what's been hunting me ever since I escaped the shelter 4 days ago. Don't get me wrong, after what they did back to me there, I'd rather be facing anything else, and after almost a year of fighting for our lives, we didn't really stand a chance anyway. I don't know how many are left inside, but this is good. These notes might have some way to fight the things, the rockworms that followed me here. I don't know how they knew I was coming, or how they managed to follow me in the dark, but maybe I can work that out now. I found some old newspaper clippings. I guess they're referring to this mine. I had no idea it was so old, so big. I can see now why they built that facility here in the first place. A lot of history buried down here. It worries me though. We'd been resting all of our hopes on rescue on one of the scientists who escaped right near the start of it all. He got out almost as the chaos began. So we figured he might have made it out and brought help. But maybe me and him are due the same fate. We must record what's been going on. Give the world the answers it needs, so it doesn't fall prey to what's been released down here. But first I need to worry about myself. Find a way out of here, and work out how to kill these worm things. Professor again. Observations. The creatures are indeed larger than has previously been recorded. The juveniles seem to still be growing, far beyond their natural limits, although the adults have now expired. I will watch with interest to see what the lifespan of this particular subspecies. The worms appear to have 3 senses, as would be validated by the previous research. They smell and an extremely sensitive sense of touch, which allows them to detect vibrations in a rock the same way that the human eye senses beams of light and processes them into spatial images. Their natural prey is insects smaller than themselves, and heaven help those insects, because the worm is a vicious and efficient killer. By just burrowing through and just, I don't know, eating all the rock along with the insects? How is that efficient? I don't know. Me again. He's wrong. They have no sense of smell. Today I attempted to distract them with a concoction I found lying around, but to no avail. However, it does seem that they detect movement via vibrations, which would explain how they can see in the dark. Damn, there's almost no way to escape them down here. I'm on their territory now. Lifespan is 3 days and counting. I can still hear them outside the wall. As an extra precaution, I've locked myself in the smaller study area, connected to the main lab room. If they get through that wall, I doubt this door will stop them, but it's better than nothing. Barely. Professor again? Conclusions. A subspecies of genus Rhicophilia is highly adapted for its environment. If released above the surface, it seems likely that it would quickly destroy the existing rockworm population, and soon after that, the population would grow to a size far outstripping its own food supplies. Given its increase in size and lifespan already, due to unknown conditions, I would